Africa has given rise to many female leaders with the advent of democracy, girl-child education, and gender-based development. These leaders are steering Africa toward sustained and inclusive economic growth, a testament to their strength, willpower, and capability of leading African nations in partnership with their male counterparts. And on this note, here is a summary of all African female heads of states that have inspired generations of future leaders within the continent. Sylvi Kinigi is cited as the very first female head of state in Africa. Sylvi Kinigi was the first Prime Minister of Burundi from 10th of February 1993 to the 7th of October 1994. During this period, she served as the acting president of Burundi following the death of the then incumbent president Melchior Ndadaye. After the death of President Ndadaye, Sylvi Kinigi was selected to be the acting president, technically making her the first female president of Burundi and on the African continent in general. Similarly, Ivy Florence Matsepe-Cassaburi served briefly as the acting president of South Africa in 2005 when both President Thabo Mbeki and his deputy president were out of the country for 4 days. Furthermore, IvyCasaburri was chosen by the cabinet to be the constitutional and official head of state in an interim capacity for 14 hours on the 25th of September 2008 following the resignation of President Thabo Mbeki and the taking of office by Galema Motlane. Ivy was the first woman to be the head of state of South Africa since the reign of Queen Elizabeth II in 1961. Ivy Matsepe-Cassaburi remained the only woman with this distinction until July of 2021 when Anji Moshea, the current Minister of Defense and Military Veterans, was appointed acting president of South Africa back in 2021, 2024 and also in 2025. Anji Moshea was in the recent past announced as acting president of South Africa from June 17th to June 19th of 2025, while President Ramaphosa conducted a working visit to Canada to attend the G7 Leadership Summit. Similarly, the Deputy President Paul Mashatile was also on a working visit to Moscow in the Russian Federation. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is Africa's first elected female president of Liberia, who served for 2 consecutive terms after winning the 2005 and 2011 presidential elections. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf's presidency in Liberia from 2006 to 2018 was marked by significant achievements, including leading Liberia through post-conflict reconstruction, securing substantial debt relief, and promoting women's participation in peace and politics. Ellen was also awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2011 for her work on women's rights and peace building. And yes, Ellen deserved this award, for she turned a war-torn country into a hub of peaceable economy. Rose Francine Rogombe was a Gabonese politician who served as the interim president of Gabon from June to October of 2009 following the death of longtime President Omar Bongo. Rose Francine Rogombe at the time was the president of the Senate, hence she was constitutionally the first in line for presidential succession. After her interim presidency, she returned to her post as the president of the Senate. Rose Francine Rogombe died on the 10th of April 2015 in Paris, France at the age of 72. Agnes Monique Osan Belpo is a Mauritian politician and was the 4th vice president of Mauritius from 2010 to 2016. Agnes Monique Belpo was the acting president of Mauritius from the 31st of March to the 21st of July following the resignation of Sir Anirudh Jognath up to the inauguration of Kailash Puriag into the office. She was again acting president from the 29th of May to the 5th of June 2015 when Kailash Puriag resigned up to the inauguration of Amina Gurib Fakim into the office. Joyce Banda is a Malawian politician who served as the president of Malawi from 2012 to 2014. Joyce Banda took office as president following the sudden death of President Bingu wa Mutharika. Prior to being president, Joyce Banda served as the vice president of Malawi from 2009 to 2012. Joyce is the founder and leader of the People's Party, unveiled in 2011. She is also an educator as well as a champion of women's rights. Catherine Samba Panza is a Central African politician who served as the transitional president of the Central African Republic from 2014 to 2016. Catherine was the first woman to serve as the head of state in the Central African Republic. Prior to her tenure as acting president, she was the mayor of the capital city Bangui from 2013 to 2014. Catherine became interim president following the resignation of President Michael Jotodia under intense pressure over his failure to stem the sectarian unrest that was ripping the country apart. Catherine Samba Panza is also a company lawyer and a human rights activist in favor of women's law. Amina Gurib Fakim is a Mauritian politician who served as the 6th president of Mauritius from 2015 to 2018, following the resignation of both the Prime Minister Sir Anirudh Jugnauth and the opposition leader Paul Berenger. Both leaders positively welcomed her nomination, which was unanimously approved in a vote in the National Assembly. Unfortunately, Amina Gurib Fakim officially resigned from the position of President of Mauritius, mainly due to conflicts of interest and allegations of fraud and also violation of the Constitution. Sirleaf Zewde is an Ethiopian diplomat who served as the President of Ethiopia from 2018 to 2024 and first Ethiopian woman to hold the office. Sirleaf Zewde was elected as president unanimously by members of the Federal Parliamentary Assembly on the 25th of October 2018. Prior to her being the president of Ethiopia, Sirleaf Zewde served as an ambassador to Senegal and Djibouti from 1989 to 2002, after which she became the permanent representative to the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD. She later served as an ambassador to France and thereafter became the permanent representative to UNESCO. Samia Suluhu Hassan is a Tanzanian politician who serves as the 6th and current president of Tanzania since the 19th of March 2021. Samia Suluhu Hassan is the first woman to serve in the position as president of Tanzania. She previously served as vice president of Tanzania from 2015 to 2021, from which she ascended to the presidency following the death of her predecessor John Pombe Magufuli. Prior to being selected as the vice president, Samia Suluhu Hassan was an avid journalist and an activist in Tanzania. Victor Tomega Dogbe is a Togolese politician who served as the 13th Prime Minister of Togo from 2020 to 2025. Victor Dogbe was named as Prime Minister on the 28th of September 2020 by President Faure Gnassingbe. After the resignation of Komi Selom Klasu, she took over as Prime Minister. Previously, Victor Tomega Dogbe was the Minister of Grassroots Development and Youth Employment in the government of Komi Klasu. She was also the cabinet director of President Faure Gnassingbe. And last but not least, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah is a Namibian politician who is the 5th and current president of Namibia since the 21st of March 2025. Nandi-Ndaitwah is Namibia's first female president. Previously, she served as the 3rd vice president under President Angolo Mbumba between 2024 and 2025. Nandi also served as the Deputy Prime Minister of Namibia from 2015 to 2024. Nandi did also serve as the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation from 2012 to 2015 and was also a Minister of Environment and Tourism from 2010 to 2012. Nandi is clearly a long-time member of the National Assembly of Namibia.